so excited. Obviously picking in the second and third round, 19, 20, and 33. You have to be prepared for multiple scenarios. Makayla Timpson is someone that we had really high on our draft board. So when she fell to us at 19, thrilled. The only player to average, double in points, rebounds, and then 3 blocks a game. Incredible wingspan at 6'10", a defensive just powerhouse. Had an incredible year this year at Florida State. Can get out and rim run. Has a nice little jumper from 10 to 12 feet. So again, just really thrilled that she fell to us. And then at 20 with Bree Hall, an elite defender on the perimeter, does a lot of things really, really well. Obviously, South Carolina is a team that is packed with All-Americans. She played that defensive role every night. She guarded the best player on the other team. But, when she had the opportunity to take three-pointers, she was very efficient in that role as well. So brings a diverse skill set. Again, very long defensively, can get out and guard multiple positions on the perimeter. So really excited about 19 and 20. And then at 33, picking up Yvonne out of Gonzaga, really versatile post player, great face-up game, really good at sort of the 3-4 spot. And brings just a different look in that post when you're thinking about somebody who can play back to the basket, really high motor, defends really, really well. So again, name of the game here tonight is continue to shore up our defense, continue to bring in more versatility, and add more weapons to this potent offense.
Defense, a theme of the picks today. Just how do these players fit into that sort of style that the Fever are looking to play this year?
Yeah, again, I think, when you look at the up-tempo style that we want to play, obviously offensively, these are players that can get out and run on the break with us, but defensively can really get up and guard. And, you look at Timpson and her production in the post, again, with her wingspan, her ability to block shots, just her presence alone creates a challenge for anybody that we're facing. And then Bree, again, toughest assignment every single night. You saw it all season long for South Carolina, her picking up some of the best players in the country and doing a tremendous job in that role. So this is a player that excels when you challenge her to take on the best player every single night. Again, willing to guard just about any position, but has a great offensive skill set too. We're looking forward to seeing that continue to flourish as well.
Obviously a new situation, new team for you, but quite a different situation for the team over the last 2 years in sort of draft status and where we are, but a lot of work done in the off season. Just how was that look coming into draft night, knowing that the team's actually done a lot of work pre-drafts and the competition that will be in the roster this year?
Yeah, again, I think when you're picking at 19, 20, and 33, anytime in the second, third round, you're really looking at best available, and you're looking, where you have opportunities to either, find a young, talented player that can come in and grow and learn. We were able to add so much veteran experience this offseason. So this is an opportunity for a young player to come in, be a sponge, right? When you've got players like DeWanna Bonner and Natasha Howard and Kelsey Mitchell, who's been here for so long, they're going to provide a lot of guidance. And I think for any player coming in here, not only, having a tremendous coaching staff, but our great veteran group of players that are ready to, help the young players come in to play a role for us, whatever that role is, whatever we need. So again, try to shore up a lot during free agency when it came to experience, but when we got to tonight, really thinking about best available and looking for, again, that defensive versatility.
Just how you feeling after the draft?
Good, excited. Thinking that we get an opportunity to continue to build depth, to get a look at a lot of different players, and certainly young players who can impact our team, not just now, but for years to come, and get an opportunity to learn, to grow, to play behind some of these veterans and understand what it means to be a pro.
A lot of defense tonight, that fits your style.
Yeah.
Just What was it about the players on the defensive end that you saw?
I think the most important thing for us is defensive versatility. Now, we know we have a lot of weapons on the offensive end of the floor, but on those nights when we're not making shots or when things are a little bit more difficult, we've got to be able to get stops, and we've got to get better in that area, no doubt about it. So having players who can fill those gaps, having players who can give us different looks on the defensive end, rim protector, certainly, in KK, the length, the athleticism, the versatility. When you think about Bree Hall and Yvonne Ejim, it's something that we've needed, and we need to continue to get better.
You have maybe a little advantage. You get to see some of these players a lot through your broadcasting job, but how does that help you in the scouting process?
I think the most important thing, when you're scouting and evaluating players is really starting to look behind the curtain. It's easy to fall in love with numbers and fall in love with what you see on a game basis, but seeing behind the curtain a little bit and making sure that you understand what kind of practice habits do they have, how coachable are they, are they willing to be pushed, are they willing to play different roles, what has their development been like. And I think that's one of the most important things, seeing where they were as young players, every year continuing to add to their game, every year continuing to be challenged to grow, because that's what it's going to take to be successful and stick in this league.
Less than a week till training camp starts. Just how excited are you to be back coaching officially?
Yeah,
on the court?
really excited. I mean, just being in the gym with our players that we have in market, certainly, and the excitement that's surrounding the draft, and coaches, staff meetings, and all of those things. The opportunity for us to put this team together. Amber and Kelly have done an outstanding job of getting the pieces in place, and now, from a coaching staff, it's our turn to put them on the floor and to build our rotations, to build our confidence on both ends of the floor, to find the right combinations. So I'm really looking forward to it.